Crack 'em up.
Come up.
Welcome to episode 62 of Chasin Tails. This week, we really don't know what we're talking about. We're going to have Paul Barber on at some point whenever he figures it out. You know, he's a farmer, so he's not too tech savvy. But we had a couple races this past weekend, Mays Landing. We had our boat there. I cruised over there on Saturday. It was a good time. Great little event. Austin, it was your first opportunity driving on the old Tidy Ball, the 5/8 mile. What'd you think?
It was for sure interesting. I mean, I can't say it's the tightest course I've ran because we got the privilege to run in Belleville a couple of years ago, which I think goes down as the tightest course that we've probably ever had because that was kind of insane. But it was a good event. I was kind of shocked when I got out of the boat and saw how many fans were actually out on the beach. I mean, you're not looking Valleyfield numbers or anything, but for a small race that only has 20-ish boats, say good 100, 200 people turned out, which was cool to see.
Yeah, definitely. It's one of those races, kind of like going in the lake back on this weekend. It's really cool. You got the boats coming right at you. It's a little hairy, especially with them skiffs. We had a couple wing outs this weekend that were a little close. It was closer on Sunday for you guys. I wasn't there, but yeah.
There's a wing out. There's a wing out long back like 2005, 2006, where the skiff hit the bird.
Yeah, old Tommy. You lose control, you can't get them back, and there's about 3 lanes before you hit the guys sitting there holding boats.
Yeah,
I remember one time I was turn judge there. Jimmy Stewart wung out and went out of bounds. Called the referee, and I said 1 minute penalty and JS 721. He wung out and went out of bounds. Referee said, well, he wung out. He had no control of the boat. And I said, I know. And if he had control of his boat, he wouldn't have went out of bounds.
Right. Yeah, this isn't rocket science here.
Yeah.
got a point.
But that's one place you're always ready in that first turn. Something's just going to happen one day.
Yeah.
And you know those skiff guys are crazy because the drivers' meeting Saturday, they're like, what, we're not going 8 wide?
Yeah, that's insane.
I remember one time I almost ran it up on shore there. We're driving the bat boat. Donnie Thompson said, I want you to come in hot. I want to get a good reading on the plugs. And I said, okay. So I wanted to shut it off at the entrance pin and turn 1 and just coast in. I had my foot through the floor. I got there. I went to hit the kill switch. Well, my little arms back then missed the shutoff switch. So it kept going. I'm going up the shore, and I'm like, who is this idiot running out to stop me? I'm doing like 50 miles an hour about to hit shore, and it's John Brennan. All of a sudden, like, I'm like 15 feet from shore. I'm like, oh God, I just crank it right. And then it just went whoop and stopped right there. I was like, oh, thank God.
Yeah, Brandon knows all about that.
I was about to be the world's biggest idiot.
Yeah. At least it was a beach back then, I think, like where the pit area is. Now it's like this like seawall type thing, rocks thing. Yeah.
Now people be like, go ahead, hit it.
Hit
it. I ain't getting there.
Yeah. It's wild. That place is it's cool. But it brought me to thinking like kind of all the stuff we talk about. Like you guys ran just a typical APBA day. There was only 2 heats of skiffs, SAs, 2.5 stocks, T-boats, and Y-boats. So what's that, 5 classes?
Yeah.
Why don't we just run more? Get some more seat time. Like we're always chasing this almighty points thing. Obviously we are, and that's why you guys were there. But like if it's a good backyard event, like it's a great time to get seat time. Get other people that want to come out and just get extra heats, extra laps. I mean, that day was done in like 3 hours. It could have been done in like 2.
Oh yeah, much sooner. No,
I think if you can comfortably and not, break your back trying to put extra heats on, I don't see why you wouldn't.
Do an invitational.
Yeah,
just fill time.
It comes back to that almighty thing of like, do people race for points? Do they race for the joy of it? Like, what are you racing for? Like certain classes, I mean, maybe a Y boat, they can't turn around and go in and out. But I mean, these Hondas, they just keep running. So even more power to them. Like as we build this class up, like just run. Just keep on going. Put different people in the boat. Like, it'd be cool.
Ask Hootie how durable those things are.
Yeah. You just got to do a little bit more oil changes, boys.
Yeah.
But he said 3 races and then do an oil change. We got 4 left. We gonna have to stretch it. Ain't doing no oil change before the last race. That's a waste of money.
I think we should be all right. We ran, 14 prior to the first
something
one?
like that. It's like that old, when they say that, it's kind of like trying to get your kid out of bed early. You tell them the time because you know they're going to wait a little bit anyway.
Yeah. I don't hate Brandon's idea. Crew laps.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool.
That was cool. I don't know if you guys saw a video of Matisse let his crew go out and drive his boat.
Yeah.
Or 2 weeks ago.
That's
or so.
awesome. And
Yeah,
Tommy
that looked
Shannon's
really cool.
girlfriend got to drive, I think, right before Bahorma,
Nice.
his boat. It's cool. Nobody can understand the feeling and what we talk about until they're actually in it. So if you could do it in that kind of environment, it'd be awesome. But obviously with insurance and all that, you got to have dunk test, and we can't even do a flag lap anymore. So hopefully that can get fixed. You know, they talk, you can be an APBA member. So the only thing you're missing is a dunk test. Why can't we just change the dunk test rules? Like if you're doing a single ride, just be blindfolded and show us you can unstrap. Like, why you got to go upside down?
You ever seen these newborn Christians getting baptized? Just go dunk them in the river. There you go.
If you don't panic, you're good to go.
Hallelujah. Fuck. That's all you need, man. That's all you need.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It's just that rule book is so damn long that there's so many discrepancies in it that we can easily fix it. It's just a matter of taking the time, working with the insurance company. I feel like we're always, and I don't know, I'm talking out my butt, but it seems like they're always afraid of the insurance company instead of treating them as a friend and like, let's work this together kind of deal. Maybe we'll have them on the podcast someday.
Be an
I think
interesting
we'll be getting texts from numerous people.
Yeah, we'll have them on the podcast, and then they'll drop the insurance coverage for ABBA the next day.
Yeah,
my bad. I was just trying to get flip flops allowed in the pits. Okay.
I will say the comments on that rule proposal one were hilarious. I think it was Kent. Kent commented suggesting that they clean it up and the reasons why. And it might have been the next comment was the one that blew up about the 350s. And it's just like, I don't know. Just problem, solution. So suggestion and problem right there.
Yo.
It was like 15 back and forths.
Yeah. It just continues. And it was nonsense too. Like, get rid of the dry sums because of our fuel. That's just like Bobby. I'm surprised Bobby wasn't on that. All the shits he's trying to stir these days.
Man.
He's on a rampage Saturday, was he not?
People didn't really care about dry sumps and fucking fuel and stuff, but you throw in there something about safety, like type 4 capsules. Oh my God. You were thinking you're getting a Samanite. Jesus. Like, what the?
I like how people get so upset they don't realize yet that we're just, we're just trying to get our numbers up here. And I mean, it got us good engagement.
The funny thing is, someone commented that they don't want it, blah, 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 and that the cells now are fine. And this is from someone who has a broke back, that broke their back in an old cell. It's like, where's your logic, homie? Come on, man.
Yeah.
But I don't know. To each his own, whatever. I was just thinking, hey, try to make it a little safer for you guys out there. Like,
yeah, exactly.
People don't want to be safe, whatever. And then engine builders commenting, blah, blah, blah. If you don't want to drive, just don't drive. It's like, go back and put some pistons in a block or something. Jesus.
Bobby fired the world up on Saturday. That was a good one. And, hey,
that's all right.
I say, we just getting started. I mean, we're going to start doing the East-West thing,
I'm
what
going to
else
come
we
up
got?
with some other stuff, get people all fired up. Anything you want to add to the rule book. Anything you want to add to the rule book, Kent just gets butthurt too.
So HRL's they're talking about changing the 2.5 liter. They'll probably leave Formula 2500 alone, but trying to come up with a new name. So obviously we got to propose something like that to APBA too. It's not a 2.5 stock anymore. It really hasn't been. Was it ever?
It never has.
Like, it's a 2.3.
No. Yeah.
They just went for like a half number.
Yeah, it's not. It does sound better.
Man, I had on the way home from Benjamin's football practice, I said something and he said, "What, a carburetor?" And I said, "A carburetor?" And he goes, "Yeah, a carburetor, Dad." And I'm like, "Where'd you hear a carburetor from?" He's like, "Heard it at the bull races." I'm like, you ever heard anyone else talk about a carburetor outside of boat racing? He goes, I don't think so.
Yeah, that was on our post too. Like someone wanted to propose a EFI engine, but with a carburetor. I'm like, you're not supposed to go backwards, but hey,
Dude, that blew my mind. I was like, I'm not even commenting on that one.
Yeah, I could.
I'm like,
I'm
just going to let that one go. I'm just letting that one just sail off into the sunset and not even talk about it. That was like, I was baffled when I seen that. I'm like, you want to take an EFI engine, but put a carburetor. What kind of logic is that? So you don't want it to tune for you. You want to come in and just change jets.
I don't know what kind of car they do it in, but that's like taking a Toyota and putting freaking Lexus on it or something. You want it to be one thing, but it's not.
Hey, I forgot.
But I guess that would be Lexus and then putting Toyota on it. It's kind of going backwards.
How much is that K48?
I don't know. I don't think it's real.
It's got to be real. Well, no, it's weird because the exhaust is up top, the intake is below.
Yeah. We got our first guest, well, our only guest probably tonight.
It might be.
Paul Barber is in the waiting room. Let's bring him on.
Here we go.
HRL champion Paul Barber. What's happening, Paul?
How's it going, guys?
I'm glad to see you not on a tractor.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Finally did it. All these years working your butt off and finally go out there and get it.
Took a little bit of grinding.
The question is, have you left the boat alone since, or did you start grinding on?
No, I touched it. The final number behind I was still inside cursing that it's not perfect yet. So, yeah. Anyways, that's what was going through my brain when I was driving.
That brain that never sleeps. Have you caught up on sleep? I mean, you went from winning the final, winning the championship, all that stress, and then you had a drag car that won in Indy. You sent me on Tuesday or whatever. Have you caught up since then?
Yeah. This week and the weekend has been a lot better. I've just been a little geared down a little bit and still working, but much slower pace.
That's good. That's good. So we got to go back. Obviously, a lot of people on the show, they don't know your upbringing in hydroplane racing. You've been around for a while, but what first led you to hydroplane racing after being in drag cars and all that kind of stuff?
So I've always liked water and boats, and I had a flat bottom, and I actually met like Brian Goodwin and that kind of stuff through a forum for flat bottoms. And then I bought an old vintage hydro that I had no clue what it was. I thought it was cool, so I brought it home, and it was an old 3-liter. I brought it home, put a 327 in it, and screwed around the lake. And then I found out, believe it or not, that racing happened here, Rockville, just up the road, kind of, sort of. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I'll buy a boat. Of course, knowing nothing, I didn't buy a good one. And then just sort of evolved from there.
What was your first boat?
The Depositech, the old wooden Depositech. I only ran it for 3 weekends because it kept filling itself full of holes. And then I ran over a beer bottle or something at Valleyfield, and I'm like, I'm done with you. And then, and that's when I started driving Derek Smith's boat for the rest of the year, actually. And then at the end of that, I ended up purchasing the My Way.
Okay. Dang.
Yeah.
Progressed pretty quick, and from that boat to a better boat for sure.
Yeah. But it was like, I knew what I was doing was not going to work right away. So, yeah. Not knowing, though, I just Googled and bought a boat.
There you go.
That's awesome.
You've been 350 since the start, since you got into racing?
So, my first year was actually 305. And then once that season finished, then the 305 mod and the 350 came into play. So then I ran a 305 mod for a year. Then I went to 350.
So you've been through a lot.
Your favorite?
Go ahead, Kyle.
Go ahead, Kyle.
Is the current boat your favorite? Obviously, you've been pretty successful in it, but
yes, but it made me work for it. That's for sure. Brandon knows, even when I first started driving it, like, you couldn't drive it. It would. I was full right coming off of corners and bending bolts of steering cables, and that's when I put power steering in it. And it was actually that let me figure the boat out. Yes, they banned it at the end of the year, but it gave me enough time to figure it out what was the problem.
Yeah.
It was an animal at first, for sure.
How many times have you had that boat upside down, changing sponsons, bottoms of sponsons and stuff?
I honestly couldn't even tell you. It's well, I had it upside down 4 times this year.
Yeah.
Probably 6 or 7 the
Jesus.
year before. I don't know, lots. But I found that there's no one big magic thing that makes a boat better. It's just little detail, and it takes time. It just
Yeah.
little thing at a time. Because if you take big swings, you can go backwards and you don't know. And it's that long process of one thing at a time, which takes forever. But how you have to do it.
Yeah, exactly. We talk about you a lot on the show this year, especially with your success and everything, and how hard you work. A lot of people, they start to jump to, oh, it's motor, it's motor. I don't think people understand the hours you've put into the boat. And I know I've talked about it on other episodes that you kind of self-taught yourself a lot of this stuff. You didn't have a big team around you like some of the rest of us have had. You didn't really have many mentors, or maybe you did and you could share those, but you kind of just went at it. You learned what the boat wanted. You changed something. You learned what it did, and I think that's something a lot of people could look up to and kind of see that that's the bright side of things. And maybe it's kept you around longer. Maybe you love grinding. I don't know.
I had to learn by myself. I didn't get much help, I'll say it. I did a lot of things wrong in the beginning, but a lot of those showed me the right way eventually, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can make changes and it can be a failure, but normally from failure you could probably learn, okay, well if I go the other way, or it'll also tell you normally. And I just kept working at it. And yeah, it's not been easy, but just kept working at it. The boat drives, I could probably drive the whole race course with one hand. It's just
Nice.
spreader, straight, turn straight. I only turn my wheel like from 11 to 12. Like it's anybody could
Awesome.
probably drive it, but it's taken a lot of
Bobby
work to
probably
get it to
can't.
that.
That's nice.
And Kyle wouldn't keep his foot in it.
Here we go.
Here we go.
That's no better
So,
than the
Brandon's
picture I
just
sang the
asking
other
for
day
shit
of
to work
me
on the boat
parked
this,
against the
after this
buoy at
weekend.
Valleyfield, so I can't say anything.
Yeah, that
Man,
picture is epic. Like somebody took that picture at that perfect time in a warm up too. So like normally pictures aren't taken then.
I
Oh
was
man,
so
you live
sure
forever.
that was like the done of my season right there in that 2 seconds of my life. It was like it's all over right now. I
Yeah.
was pretty sure.
I didn't know what to think when that happened. I was like, did that really just happen? It's like, holy crap, because you've been having a really good season, and then, oh man, that sucks.
I was just
Out of all
driving.
the,
I was just sitting there driving, totally relaxed, doing my warm up at like 5 miles an hour through the corner, and I didn't have my foot on the gas whatsoever, and it just ran into a hole and it just turned me, and I was instantly screwed. It was just, you're done.
So to that, Paul has texted me privately. He's trying to install neutral or reverse in his boat now, so it doesn't happen again. It'll last for a year before it's banned.
Like if you ran over a buoy with your foot to the floor or something and you hooked or something, okay, maybe. But like
Yeah.
5 miles an hour, come on, you
Yeah.
know?
It's okay, Paul. I've done it before, and then the heat got black flagged. I hit the start finish line buoy, and I was like, "All right, I got a gimme." And they're like, "Nope, it's the world's penalties
you're done.
carry over." I'm like, "What's the point in going out?"
Yeah, yeah, no, yeah. I knew when I came back to the dock and the crane was already waiting for me. I'm like, yep.
yeah, it sucks.
Nice. So besides that, the negative part of your season, what do you feel like was the most rewarding part of your season racing wise?
I just got the boat running well finally. Like I've always been working at it and just trying to make it a little bit better. But this year, I could actually sit in the boat every weekend, and I knew what I was driving without having to make drastic changes. Just little small ones, just 2 pounds here, or just a strut an eighth, or nothing, no major changes. And it was nice to get in something I knew every weekend.
Yeah, it makes you feel more comfortable too.
Yeah, because when I go out there and heat one, lane one, or whatever, I know what I got, and that plays a big role in, well, just your confidence, your driving, your starts, the whole package.
Yeah, I would say that obviously showed all year. I feel like sometimes you get ahead of the starts and things like that, or you're back and then you get wet. This year you were pretty spot on and obviously kept your nose clean through every heat to win the championship.
It was hard not to pick you all season to win a final.
Yeah, I'm going to thank you guys for not picking me.
Yeah.
Not good.
We would say it every time, like, I want to pick someone, but I can't. Not trying to jinx them.
We tried, and then I tried to pick you at the last race, and they're like, no, don't.
I think Austin did, but we might not have heard him.
I think so.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like the year before, I had the boat sort of driving well, but everything around it was falling apart. Like I went through 4 engines just with like a piece of driftwood indicator and a water line and just stuff, like I screwed one up. I thought I was doing myself a favor working on the oil pan and stuff, and I didn't do it right, and that cost me a motor at Sorel, and it's just, yeah, it was tough. The boat was good. I couldn't keep it together.
Yeah, and that class is all consistency. But this year I would say it was packed with, you had to win some heats, you had to be very competitive with you, Tommy, Martin, the game on. Everyone was fast all year.
Yeah.
I was not excited if Tommy was in my heat or Rashawn was in my heat or Patrick or like, it was not exciting because those guys are flying,
Yeah.
it is all depends on, it's luck almost on who has the better start, or because you can't leave those guys nothing because they're flying.
And like Tommy Shannon, I noticed it doesn't matter where that boat starts. If it starts on the outside, it's still pretty much up front.
Yes.
It's top 3 probably, but it's like you come out of the first turn and you're on the inside, like someone's on the inside and they think, they're gone. Next thing you know, you see that teal boat just pop out from the outside. It's like, how does he do it? Yeah. I'm like, so there's some really fast boats in 350. I mean,
yeah, just because he's on the outside doesn't mean nothing. He's coming.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
It's the whole class.
Yeah, the whole class. It is, we talk about this all the time that, if GPs are in a race, fans are going to be upset. It's like, I would rather watch the 350s than the GPs because of the amount of competition that the 350s have.
Well, that's the thing, like in 350, there is no such thing as a good heat. They're all tough nails to get through.
Yeah.
There's no, oh, well, this is all right. There's none of that. It's like, you gotta run everyone.
Yeah, even from lane 1's not a gimme.
Yeah, don't matter.
In your case too, because you're running that first heat in every round, like you don't get to see what the other guys are doing. Like, you after you run, you got to go just do the best you can, and then after see, did Tommy win his heat too? Did Patrick win his heat too?
Yeah, you'd be sitting there looking at the app like, how did I do? Like,
yeah,
because we all know everything's busted by time, so it's like, where did I stack up? How many seconds do I need, or am I good, or you don't know? Like,
I think
time was such a tiebreaker all year long for everybody.
Yeah, I think there were times where, like, the top 4 would both win both of the first 2 heats. So you're two heat wins, and you're sitting 4th for the final.
Yes. I remember at Sorel, I think I was in like 6th place, but there was like, I want to say it worked out. There was 5 of us with the same number of points, just from the way things, over the heats come Sunday, and it was like, two first and a second ain't good enough.
No,
and it's already gearing up next year to be more competitive. I mean, look, you have the Game On having a brand new boat. You have McKenna getting the old Game On, which he's going to be up there.
Hanging that thing in testing. I seen a video tonight. I was like, whoa, that's hanging it for your first time with a front wing and not flaps.
Yeah, but he'll give him a couple of heats in that thing. That's why he's going to Hoppagon. He'll have it sorted out.
Yep.
Yeah.
He'll be there next year for sure.
Yeah. I was thinking about it. I mean, Fred won last year. You won this year. Has there been any other team, and even APBA or HRL, that a team with 2 boats in the one class, each boat won the championship, year after year?
It's happened once or twice, maybe.
I don't know. I mean, I was thinking maybe Randy English with his 2.5 mods, but I don't think so. I think it was always the 52.
Yeah.
More grinding by Barber.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's just you guys. That's a pretty cool thing to have there.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So, but yeah, you finally, go ahead.
I was going to say, with that being said, obviously you've been on a few teams with us with EMS and then Hearn now. How much has that allowed you to do other things? Obviously they worked you hard. I mean, that year you had to go to the hospital in Brockville because you were working too damn hard on everybody else's stuff but yours. But how cool is that to now have a pretty good team around you?
It's good, it's good. I had to work for it. It's good. Like, I've been able to pass things that I've sort of learned the hard way or learned from their boats onto mine. And I guess the advantage of when you're working on a couple of boats, you can learn things from each boat to apply to different things. So it's maybe quicker that way when you're even usually you guys with the GP and the 2.5. Yes, they're completely different, but fundamentals are still there.
Right.
Like, you can take some things from one and apply to the other. So it works. Not all boats are the same. Nobody runs the same. It's different. Every boat I've learned is always a little bit different than the other one, even if it's the same. It's just you can learn things to apply or what doesn't or does work, sort of, to put the puzzle together, if you will.
I agree with that. Ronnie brought up in the chat that from Edgewood, I think it was this year, that you went on Facebook Marketplace and bought some rocker arms, had to drive 30 minutes to pick them up. That's dedication there.
Yeah, no, I broke a rocker stud, and so I went on Marketplace and I found a guy who was like 45 minutes away. So I jumped in my box truck and away I went and met him in a Duncan's parking lot, and he had a pack of old rocker studs and got it running the next day. So that worked out because I'm like, it's impossible. Nobody has rocker studs here, and but yeah, nobody did. Not 7/16. So all the skiff guys had 3/8, but that'd be no good.
Yep.
Yeah, no, it worked out.
That was wild.
I was determined.
So you also don't just work on boats. You've built some of the best trailers in the HRL series, APBA series. Why do you do the trailers? That's my question.
Well, I was kind of hoping you were going to take over.
Nah, I'm a boat builder now, bud. Better money there.
Man,
not really.
It's like I've done a bunch, and they look good when they're done. But it's like I'm done with the grinding and the smashing. Like it's not worth the headache, sort of, for me, if you will.
Right. It's not more worth a loss of toes for me.
I enjoyed the race car stuff too, so I've been doing more of that again. I used to do a bunch of it. Now I'm doing more of it again, and I like that. It's nice to work on, I'll say, nice stuff instead of grinding. And you know what it's like. You come in the house, you're black at the end of the day, and it's just after a while you get tired of it.
For sure. And then not knowing you give it like a 2-week break, and then you're back to it. But
yeah, the break would be nice. I can't sit still is my problem, so I always have to sort of do something, which normally ends up in the garage. So
there you go. So tell the fans about some of the cars you've been building, if you're allowed to tell.
So I do some of the, like, what they call 10.5 outlaw stuff, which is like door cars, stock bodied, 2,000 horsepower turbo stuff. And then I also do stock and super stock stuff, which is NHRA. People maybe know what stock and super stock is. It's basically stock cars, modified suspension, stock engines. But in super stock, you can do whatever you want to the stock parts. And stock is you have to run stock engine stuff. And it's very competitive. Guys there are fighting for like tenths of a second. It's that tight. It's tight to make nothing go fast, if you will.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's fun. A different challenge.
Yeah, because it's kind of like boats. Like every single little detail matters when you're working with nothing. So it's
for sure.
It's challenging, but it was cool to have the car win in Indy there last week. So that was nice. It was purpose built to go to Indy, and that's what we did. So it was cool to actually do that.
Nice.
Yeah, that is nice one to put up on the pedestal. Like, I got to do that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I'm supposed to go there Thursday. Now they have more great ideas for me to do, so we'll find out.
So do you get there and then you're like, yeah, I've tried that. We're not doing that.
I have done that, yeah. I have. But yeah, no, it's cool. It's cool. I like it.
Nice. So are you coming to Hapacon this weekend? Or are you done
So
for the
no,
season?
I just actually got my head back from HRL on Saturday. You may not know, but I came out back from on the hook with my box truck from Tonawanda. It's pretty
Shoot.
tired. I limped it to Baharnwa and back, but I got to do some stuff on that, and it's just.
Don't
I
you have
got
a new
home and
one sitting there?
I've got a new one sitting here. Yeah, I got. As you know, I was pretty tired after then the car stuff and everything, so I'm like, I'm done. And then this week it's like nice and sunny, and I'm like, oh, I should go, but it's like the right thing is just to not. This week here I've been. Even today was worse. It was like, okay, I'm putting it together, but then it's just
So it's
for one
Tuesday.
race, maybe not.
We'll call you again on Thursday.
No, probably
Friday,
not. But
maybe.
yeah, I've done worse, but
Yep. Yeah, end the
That's
season
great.
on a high note. That's fine.
yeah. I was sort of joking with a buddy of mine today. It's all downhill from here.
Yeah, you got to go out and repeat now, and that's going to be tough doing that class. That's for sure.
Yeah. But
now you got to go win Sunday's final, then Valleyfield. You did Fridays. Talk to us about that feeling, being in front of the fans there Friday afternoon in Valleyfield.
it was pretty cool. Like, I didn't know what to expect.
Yeah.
I'm a very one thing at a time person. So my goal was just to go out and run the heat and everything. And after it's like, well, I guess I got to go to the dock now. So anyways, so I went. It was pretty cool, but it was like I set my expectations realistic. So I know it's racing. I've been around racing my whole life, and it can go real good or it can go real bad. And it's 50% luck and 50% having your stuff together and ready. And I know that. So, but yeah, and it was definitely cool. And then my run over the buoy thing, and I had to drive my ass off to make the
Yeah,
final.
you did.
I was sure I was done, and I finally got it, and it was just like, yeah, I had to drive hard to get Tyler because there was just rough water between us, and I couldn't get up against him so I had to run like 2 lanes out because the water wasn't good. And then there was finally a hole at the exit, so I just took it, and I was able to get good water beside him. And that's the only way I got him, and it was by like nothing. It was if there wasn't that little hole, it wouldn't have happened. But then the storm came in, and that sort of crushed that. But
Yeah.
no, it was definitely cool.
Yeah,
Nice.
and we all know you don't drink, but I saw Dominique. She was in there chugging that champagne.
Yeah. For the record, I handed it to her. She didn't grab it from me.
Right.
Just to clear that up.
Yeah, it was definitely a handoff. I got a video somewhere. I did video the whole thing, and I haven't posted it yet. So maybe one of these days I'll get on that.
Anyways, for the record, I passed it to her. But yeah, no, it was cool.
So
It was cool.
what's your highlight of your season? Which race do you think?
The Friday was cool at Valleyfield for sure.
Yeah.
I honestly had a lot of fun at Decatur.
Yeah.
Here's a good race.
It's sort of one of those things that even if people don't, they should go once because it's a really cool spot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even Baharnwa. This year at Baharnwa, I had fun in the final because it was like I got to drive hard, but I didn't have to drive stupid because I knew that I could screw it at any time too. So I just had to drive level-headed, but it was actually fun.
Yeah, I was screaming at the TV because you were leaving Rashawn way too much room. And I was like, oh, don't get a stupid penalty.
No, I had to leave my lane no matter what because he had. I was on the radio. He's like, you have to stay in lane 2. So I just stayed in lane 2.
Yep.
I could not move half a lane. It was lane 2. So, anyways, that's what I did.
Good
There was
stuff.
a weird wave, like roller sort of on the exit of turn 2. That was weird. So it was actually hard to drive in lane 1. So I think that's part of the reason why Roshan couldn't get up there. There was just weird. It was weird. The water, maybe a way across the current or something. It was just at the exit.
Have you noticed the little roller before turn 1?
Yeah, but
the
past 2 years, there's been a roller right before turn 1.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. My boat actually goes pretty good in the rough stuff. Like, I don't mind rough water at all because it just sort of hovers on it.
Yeah.
Yes, it's not smooth. It's not nice,
Your boat, when Hearn first bought it, did not like rough water at all.
No,
I
sir.
believe it came back busted up almost every heat.
Yeah, no.
I mean, it was built paper thin to go set records out west, but
yeah.
Chop chop.
I quite
'cause it was
honestly
built out of
don't know if there's
scraps.
much of that boat left because I
Yeah.
rebuilt
Yeah.
like everything.
Really?
I don't. Well, the capsule's still there except for I put a cage in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty much. It's been reworked.
Yeah.
I didn't have a
end to end.
cage in it?
Yeah, I put a cage. Well, yes, it had the original Jones cage, but then I
Okay.
added the below window bars and crossbar in the dash and a better
Okay.
halo in the windshield.
Yeah, it was before what it is, just a halo in the front and then the halo in the back for the old Jones style.
Yeah, with
That's
the two
it.
little
Yeah.
bars up the top of your head.
Yep.
Anyways, it's
Yeah.
now got a full cage in it. So
Okay, cool. Nice.
Yeah.
I like it. I
just feel better in the full cage, me personally.
For sure.
100%. 100%.
Doesn't
Me
take
too.
a little bit of setup on the boat to get it sorted out. Yeah. Even Fred ran good, with
Yeah.
cage. Donnie won Valleyfield with
Yeah.
cage thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's all peace of mind. I sit
Yeah.
in the 300 sometimes and I look and I'm like, man, I don't know. But
There's not much to the sell.
I'll
Well, that's the
still
thing.
drive it, I guess.
We can argue all day long about 15 or 18 pounds per roll cage. There's drivers that are 50 pounds apart.
Right, exactly. Yeah,
And
when
one
we were having
driver
that
doesn't
argument with the GP, I'm like, look at Monahan over there. He got at least 100 on me.
Well,
Shit.
just because a guy weighs 20 pounds more than another guy, he doesn't ruin the boat.
Right.
It's
Me
just,
and Kyle are 20, 30 pounds different than each other.
yeah, but it doesn't destroy how your boat runs.
No,
It
not
does.
at all.
We
No,
don't
they
even
just
change it
lift.
that much.
No. It's I think it's more of a mental thing that weight is bad than an actual is bad,
You could take 30 pounds, throw it in someone's boat, and they're not going to notice. I mean,
Yeah.
Unless they're trying to run a kilo or something, but
Well, and
circle.
I think it
course you're
comes
not.
down to kind of like how you learn, Paul, and how I've learned is like that there's different things to make the boat ride the way it is. You don't just go with that one thing because that's what it's supposed to be, or that percentage on the strut that it's supposed to be, or sponson's supposed to be this. Like you just change it till it feels right. Kind of same thing with skid fin setup. Like
they all have their own little what they want. It's not like textbook, and it's like I'll tell you, I have weight bolted in my boat. Absolutely, just it drives better with it, and if I take it out, it slows down. So I got weight in it.
Yep.
It's just it's what
do
they
you
want.
still do a bunch of testing up there by you, or did you kind of just do it at race sites now?
I have, but I do a lot less. It gets to the point where you need to be on a race course because everything's good in testing.
Yep.
At a
Everybody's
point,
always fast.
like if you're trying to figure out a gremlin with your boat, yes, absolutely go testing. But it does get to the point where you need to stack up with the other guys or be in an actual race with rough water or X for a corner or whatever to do your fine tuning. But no, testing's a big thing when you're trying to figure out a boat because you can throw the water 10 times in a day, and that would be 3 weekends of you're already at Valleyfield before you get to that point,
Yep, exactly. And then in the situation you're in this year, like you don't even want to test a prop because you don't want to lose heat. That's where it gets hard.
Yeah, like I had lots of conversations with myself over wanting to put another wheel on. It's like, man, I could hurt myself real bad, real fast if it doesn't work, And I did a Sunday at Tonawanda, and I wish I didn't change the prop. I slowed down on Sunday at Tonawanda, and I was looking at my daughter after, and like, yep, you did that to you. Because I slowed myself down like 5 miles an hour.
Dang.
The boat felt the same. It was not. Yeah, it's just, you don't know.
Yeah.
So behind I'm like, I'm not doing that again. That's the one.
I got what I got. That's it. Better get that thing copied.
Yeah. But it's nice to. I have 2 setups for the boat. One for rough water and one for better water. Different props for both situations, and different balance for both situations. But it took a while to figure out how do I go in rough water and how do I go in good water. And I've also found if you can work your stuff in rough water, it really comes pretty good in good water. Like at Decatur, the thing was really good, but it's because it made it really good in rough water.
Right.
So it's I think that's where those guys have fast boats out there, but they don't run in the rough stuff like we do to work on that part of it. If that makes any sense.
Right, you got to know what the boat does when it gets out of shape. I laugh all year. Jack Lupton would come up to me. He's like, that freaking boat, it just gets angry. The rougher it gets, the angrier it gets, and it just goes. Like, I'm back here getting the shit beat out of me. I'm like, I am too, but it's in a forward motion at least.
Yeah. No, it's just keep working at them. That's all you can do. And,
That's it.
don't be scared of trying stuff. It'll probably tell you what's right, even if it's wrong. And it's just pieces of a puzzle, as all these things are. Like, I'm going to be working on mine again. And it's good, but it can just be a little bit better, and it's, yeah, and little things. Just try it.
For sure.
How often do you send the boat out the same as the heat before?
I try to never make changes on one weekend.
Okay.
That way, I'm always sitting in the same boat every heat for the weekend.
Okay.
So I know when my timing run is 7 seconds, it's 7 seconds the next time. Because you start changing stuff. I've personally found I'm better driving the same thing a couple times to finesse that setup than I am making changes and adapting to how to learn to drive it every heat. Is what I found for me anyway. Because there's always that little tweak the way you enter a corner, or just little tweaks on your driving skills. But if you keep changing what you're driving, you can never work on your driving.
Yeah, there's no replacement for seat time. That's for sure.
We're not changing the boys' 2.5 anymore.
Yep, that strut is welded. George said, you touch that strut, he gonna whoop your ass.
But I've honestly found that if I just, whatever I show up with, that's what I got to run for the weekend, because unless something's obviously wrong, but
yeah, for sure.
Because we're always on a different race course each weekend, et cetera, et cetera. Now you're throwing a different setup in the boat, and it takes a bit of time to figure out a couple heats to finesse what the boat likes for little changes or fin angles or et cetera, et cetera. But if you keep changing it, you're always chasing it.
Yep.
I
agree with that.
Yeah, I understand.
I agree with that.
Do you, throughout the year, and like NHRL specifically, do you have like predetermined changes from course to course that, over the years you've found like, you need to tweak skid fin a little bit going from here to here or anything like that?
Yes, I keep a logbook.
Yeah, fair enough.
I know like my timing runs from 5 years ago. So I have,
nice.
I don't necessarily need to do a timing run when I go to a race, which helps as well. But then you also know when you get the boat a little bit better, that changes. But when I sit in the boat and I know, okay, for the last 3 years, it's been 7 seconds, it's probably 7 seconds again. It's just
exactly.
Yes,
takes the mystery out of it
and stuff, but yeah,
it's really just because that's what you're supposed to do. You're not really timing it, right?
But I think if you guys watch me, you'll only ever see me do like one timing run.
Yeah,
I just go for a drive for 5 minutes because I kind of know, and timing runs can be tricky too because there's other guys doing timing runs. So the odds of you having good water when you're doing your timing run are very slim because there's always someone's crosswake or something.
Yeah,
and your timing run is never actually what it's going to be at the start.
Yep,
when everyone's together.
That's why I always like to leave the pits first and just haul ass to turn 2 and then get my timing run in before it gets all chopped up and messed up with wakes and whatnot.
Well, especially if you're in like lane 4 or 5, your 4 or 5 could actually be 6 and 7, depending on the spacing of the boats and the guys inside you and stuff.
Yeah,
not that they're not in their lane. It's just 1 foot plus 1 foot plus 1 foot 4 times is you're not in the same spot.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's.
I got to say, the one driver, not to bring him up again, but the one driver who's consistently hitting the starts on the outside is Tommy Shannon. I don't know how he's doing it. I'm like, man, I could
Maybe
get
he's
lucky.
got that computer system everybody said Al Thompson had last year.
I mean, I can get lucky on the outside once in a while, but he's
if you can make it push the gas
consistent.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what the claims were last year. Everybody was like, Al's got one of them GPS with the throttle thing and all John has to do is put his foot in it and it controls it. I'm like, I don't think any of us are. He would be the only one probably smart enough, but none of
I was
us
about to say
are.
Al could figure it out, but that seems like a stretch.
No, but like Tommy Shannon, for example, those guys have figured out how to do timing runs or timing marks from the outside. Because who's on the outside, he is there. Yeah, good for them, They're there.
So, generally, when you're going for a championship, I mean, I know 350 class, there's so many fast boats. Who would be the main person you would say that was your, nemesis this year?
Tommy.
Yeah,
Him and I
it's
were
gotta be
like
Tommy, right?
him and I were like 5 to 10 points apart from each other all year.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
even at Cambridge, we were like 0.6 of a second or something apart for time. It was
Oh my
like,
gosh.
yeah,
It was like that all year.
Yeah, Tommy was definitely right on my top and on my shoulder all summer, and it was
Yeah.
like, yeah, and it could never get away from him. It was always just he's there, he's there, he's there.
Yeah, and you guys wouldn't see each other until the final because you were in
No.
separate heats
No,
all summer.
I think
And it
that's
was
the
just-
interesting
it was just
for
whoever
HL's
worked out
format.
who had inside or outside, but Tommy was always there,
Yeah.
and so was Martin, and so was Patrick, and so was It's you could not rule a single boat out. Even 666, those guys, Danny, he
Yeah.
got the thing running this year at the end of the year.
Yeah.
And Carl, he had a bit of trouble at the beginning of the year. At the end of the year, he was
Yeah.
flying. Look at him up at
Yeah.
Harnwell, Like,
Took Lalonde like 2 races to sort that,
Yeah.
Yeah,
get used
he
to
was
that
good.
thing.
Yeah.
And then, I mean,
yeah, like
flying.
you take Mark Lalonde from Sorel to like Tonawanda. Like they got to figure it out. Like
Yeah. Yep.
it's a lot of luck that goes into 350. Just
Yeah.
your starts have to be right and everything. There's no easy.
Your
And the
luck has
penalties.
to be consistent all year too.
Yes.
Yep,
You gotta
penalties,
make a lot
just
of that
not too
luck.
many.
But with that said, we generally always name someone, but I'd say you get the GOAT award for the whole season because you had one hell of a year. You went out and you kicked ass in the most competitive class in any racing, in inboard racing right now. I don't care if it's APBA, New Zealand, it is the most competitive class. And you went out there and did it. And, next year, if someone wants us to pick Paul to win a final for the weekend, they're
You're
going
all
to have to
dead.
pay us. Just pay us. We take
That's how it
Memo, we
works.
take Zell.
Well, we've already said whoever wins the championship always has bad luck the year after, so I don't need you guys helping that.
We're not going to help it. We're not going to help it.
Yeah, I don't know if that's just a superstition thing or if that's really true.
Well, I'll let you know. Yeah. That's cool. No, I just tried to be really consistent. Between races, I would bring the boat home. I would take it apart, do like serious maintenance. Anything that even questioned, I would look at. And there's a lot of time goes into these to make sure. Even Sam on the radio, that does my radio, Sam LaFrance, that some of the races too, he's like, how come you don't work on your boat? Like, I just gas and battery. Well, it's like, guess what I do at home? Everything.
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
I go racing to go racing, not to go fix. So
Right.
Exactly.
well, things happen, but my shaft log
Yeah.
haunted me half the year, but that's minor detail, but it's just.
You did plenty of fixing last year. I think you earned the enjoyable weekends.
Yeah. Well, I did come home from Decatur with a large hole, not self-inflicted, but.
Hit it.
Yeah.
Hit it, Bob.
Yeah, I had to laugh a little bit
we
when you
won't
said
say any more
Decatur
about
was your
that, but
favorite.
yeah.
Bob, so we had the one episode and we talked about that, and Bob about knocked his monitor, everything off his computer when he did that. And it was like none of us expected. It was hilarious.
I showed up at Sorel, the glue was still wet on the deck of the boat. I
Shoot.
glued, duct taped, and went to Sorel.
Wow.
And I'm like, don't
Not
blow
the
off,
place you
don't
really
blow off.
want wet glue at.
I asked Kyle. I said, Kyle, what happened there? He goes, well, John told me to just cut through the infield right now, so I did.
I'm like,
how
did this even just happen?
Like, don't you go
Yep.
like this? Like, oh, there's a boat there. Hold on, let me get ahead a little bit. Nope, let's go.
I get back to the dock and I'm watching and slowly doing this. I'm like, yeah, we may as well get it out.
I talked to Kyle. He felt really bad.
I know he did. That's why I didn't say much because he knew. But
yeah, it's one of those things. This is what his third year racing.
Yeah.
I think he did Lake a Pack on the first year, so I think it's kind of second.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But I've seen a couple of his races later in the year, and he's figuring it out.
He's coming along. He's getting it together. He's figuring it out. He's doing really good.
Like, honestly, we can't really say much because in the beginning we've all screwed something up.
Oh.
So we can't.
The beginning, the middle, the end.
Yeah, we've all been there, you know?
Yep.
Yeah. Yep, exactly.
You boys got anything else? Bob, I'm sure you didn't do your rapid fire.
Eric McKenna says hi, Paul.
Not cool. Tell him I said hi.
You guys got anything else?
He commented.
You guys got anything else before we let Paul go? Bob, did you do any rapid fire this time?
I didn't do rapid fire. I didn't have time.
That's fine.
Came back from the kids' practice, had to put one down, put the other down, and then run down here to.
At least you didn't fall asleep this time. You're here with us.
Didn't fall asleep this time. It's Paul coming on, man. I couldn't fall asleep.
Well, he didn't answer me till like 8 o'clock. I was like, man, I can't even put a post out, so it'll be just secretive. Earlier, he just said, okay. I'm like, does that mean yes? Does that mean no? Like, I ain't gonna bother him.
I was in the middle of driving a truck and loading and all kinds of stuff today.
That's why I was like, we'll figure it out later.
I'm like, okay.
Well,
then like 8 o'clock, I'm like, okay, how do I do this?
That's what we do.
Well, now we have no excuses. If you can figure it out, anybody can figure it out.
That's right.
Yeah. I just want to say congratulations, man. I am super pumped, happy for you. I know you work your ass off. You're probably one of the hardest workers in the pits. Maybe not in the pits, but at home. I mean, I don't think a lot of, we've chatted over the years, off season, and you were always sending me pictures of what you were doing different and boats up. I think one summer every time you sent me a picture, the boat was upside down. I'm like, Jesus. But just knowing how much work and effort you put into racing, not just this boat, but previous boats too.
And other
it's pretty cool for it to say off. Yeah. And so it's pretty cool to see it, pay off and finally win that HRL championship.
Well, thanks.
So, congratulations. I'm proud of you.
Not to steal what Austin was trying to say, but I personally want to thank you for all the help you gave us on our boat this year. I don't know how you had fun to cater, because between the hole in your boat, helping Grant get inspected, and fixing all the shit that went wrong on our boat, we kept you pretty busy.
I don't mind.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate it, and I think just about everybody would agree there's nobody really more deserving of a championship than you. And we had to keep our mouth shut all year because of our
it was hard.
We were in our heads rooting.
Much appreciated.
Yeah.
It's just when things go right, they go right. When they go wrong, they go wrong. That's what it is. Sometimes even, I think I was talking to Andrew Tate last year at Decatur. I'm like, I can't do anything right. It's like, no matter what I do, it's like wrong,
Yep.
And this year it went the other way for me. That's all.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's real cool.
Well, we definitely thank you for coming on. Glad that everything went well this year. Congratulations, like the boys said. Pumped up for the gala this year. It'll be a good time. And I guess I'm not going to Lake Pacon, but I think Kyle will see you in Lake Pacon.
Yeah, I'll be there. We'll see you in a couple days.
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
He's not even denying it at this point.
Dominique said her room's not canceled yet, so
yeah.
He's slow playing it.
We'll see. I've had worse ideas. Anyways.
Put that LS in it. Put that LS in it.
I'm still waiting for my coupler.
Hey man, it's still sitting on the bench.
You building one of those 400s yet?
No. Honestly, someday I want to try the LS in my Henderson.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I was wondering if
it's completely rebuilt, all brand new, everything, and it's never been in the water yet. So
really?
It's
even painted, right? Ready to go?
Yeah, it's ready to go.
Nice.
I've even had it in running. Yeah. It just has never been in the water yet, so I should probably do that someday.
There you go. Well, you got plenty of time this winter, so you'll get her set up for it.
That hasn't been out since the EMS days, right?
No, but correct. So after I drove Derek's boat to finish off EMS.
Yeah.
Then this boat here, I cut it completely apart, like sponsons off, decks off. All of it basically left as a capsule. And then I did all my center section work, and I did my own sponsons and afterplanes. So it's all my own stuff. Like there's no mold for it or nothing. It's all, I did it. And I should put it in the water someday because it's probably fast. but I got to see.
Yeah.
I want to
Yeah.
see it.
I want to see it for sure.
Let's go.
Mhm.
Caesar's Creek.
Lake Pecon. Yeah, Caesar Creek.
Yeah.
Bring it.
Well, that's the problem. So that motor that I fixed at Edgewood, yes, I got it running again, but it was hurt. So then I had to build a new engine to get to Cambridge, and I just didn't have time all summer to fix the other one. If I had a spare engine right now, I'd be laughing, but I just
Yeah.
don't. So next year,
Yeah.
you can be sure I will.
All right.
There you go.
I want to see that. I want to see the other boat. Send me pictures.
I can do that.
Send me pictures. I want to see it.
My Aunt Patty said she'll bring your coupler to Lake Pacon.
That's
Did you guys
great.
fix your wing properly?
Yeah.
No, I think we did actually.
Yeah. No, it was just a dumb thing that happened to you guys, and it just goes to show racing is racing. That little ring came off, and it's just enough to, it's
Lock the
racing.
thing.
Little
I'm gonna be
gremlins.
honest. I looked in it last week. It still got the dang split collars on it.
Does it?
No, I think
Yeah.
we kept
It's
the
still
split
rigged
collars
up.
though.
Did
I
you
think we
know
put
you
them there.
added them? They're
I
like
think
an
we
added
kept
thing.
them
Okay.
for hopefully it never does, but if it fails again, Austin can still use the wing going
There
down the
you
front
go.
stretch into
Yeah, and
Care.
then not just be stuck up.
I guess if it works, why change it, right?
I bet you kept your foot in it the same as you
It's
did
called
if
a
you had the
safety
wing.
net.
Dude, he's
It's a
coming down the
safety
front
net.
stretch. This thing's just floating off the water, and I'm watching the wing. I'm like, dude, I can't even see the plates.
Oh, it looked like Garrett.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it did. I
Felt
think
like
Austin's just
Garrett.
got a couple pounds on Garrett. Not much, but a couple.
But anyway, we'll let you go, Paul. We appreciate you coming on,
Congrats, bud.
and we'll be talking to you
Awesome,
throughout
thank
the
you.
winter. Yep. Have a
Congrats,
good
Yeah,
one.
we'll be talking.
See you, bud.
Thanks, guys.
Yep, take
Take
care, man.
care.
Thank you. Well, Dominique said Florida in October too, man. She
Oh,
just
she
wants
ready to go to Lakeland.
she just wants them
Ah,
run
man.
everywhere.
There you
Go
go.
get that
new boat
record
come
in
out for
Lakeland,
that.
Paul.
Yeah.
There you
Two
go.
records.
That would be. Ain't nobody setting a mile and a quarter record, man. not with no D-shaped course.
Yeah.
No.
The only ones that would potentially set a record with a big turn on the backstretch is Randy English's boats.
I was about to say,
Yeah.
Them
his
spider
boats.
boats love them turns.
Yep. All right. So yeah, that dude, Paul's a pretty cool guy. He's very quiet and reserved, keeps to himself, but for a man who is self-taught, he has tons and tons of knowledge. He might not have been in the sport for 40 years, but he's got 80 years worth of knowledge, just the amount of time that he's been in. He knows so much.
100%.
He knows so much. I mean, like Brandon, you bounced ideas off of him before and asked him.
Yeah, when we were
Ask
building
him
the
questions
GP, he
and-
was
yeah.
part of the process of that.
Yeah, I mean, so for him to go out and get a championship, I'm sure he can finally just sit back and take a deep breath and relax. you
Yeah.
know.
It's probably good not to run the rest of the year. Just let it be.
Yeah,
Let it have
yeah.
a good winter. Nothing's
Yeah.
busted.
Exactly.
Go ahead and start getting to the maintenance program
Yeah,
side
I
of
don't-
things. You muted yourself, bub.
Just dumb.
I know
He was
why
in
he's
a
not.
good
I know why he's not going to Lake back. Geronimo.
Geronimo. He's like, nah, I'm good.
Oh, damn.
They just polished up that side. I ain't getting hit again.
Well, did you see the Geronimo? They were still doing fiberglass work on that side this week.
There
Yeah,
was
he says
something.
he's going to paint
Didn't
it in
something
the
else
pits.
happen? Didn't
I-
something happen in Mont?
Who did he hit in Mott?
I don't think he.
No, I think they did. I think there was bumper boats for going up for the start or something.
I think
seen
there
some,
was.
some videos.
There was something,
some
I don't know.
Pictures, yeah.
In
I
Kyle's
don't
defense,
know.
it is a 350 class. There ain't no shortage of
Yeah,
that.
there ain't no shortage.
No. I mean, you look
Robin's racing.
at 2.5 stock days back when we used to fight for them all the time.
Hell, like a pack on one year, I drove Patrick back through the inside of the course because he snuck inside the course to get lane one for me. I was like, nah, if I ain't getting it, neither of us are having it.
I remember when I was driving Donnie Thompson's bat boat. We were me and Jim Martin. Jim's like, "What are we going to do?" He's like, "We got some faster boats here." Blah blah blah. I'm like, "Well, you go out and park. I'll go out and park. Hopefully, we get side by side and we have lane one and lane two." He goes, "All right, let's just try it." And I told him what time to be there, and I'm like, "I'll meet you there." So he went out and parked, and he's on the backstretch park. So I'm flying around, and I get in there, and I get right on his hip, right? I'm like right here on his hip. And I'm like, well, we got lane one and lane two locked up, and I'm watching my outside, and all of a sudden I hear, ran. I look to my left. Here's John Guy LaBouffe. Boom! Just literally runs over me to get lane 2. And I get on the radio with Donnie Thompson. I'm like, that beep, beep, beep just ran over me. And he's like, is the boat damaged? I'm like, no, I don't think so. So I went to step on it and it just submarined. And I'm like, I'm sinking. Comes back up. No, I'm not. Step on it again. It's sinking. Comes back up. So I keep my foot in it this time. Finally gets up and goes. I'm not sure if that's the heat. That might have been the heat that I was super late to the. Yeah, it was. I was super late to the start. Somehow I, like lap 2 or 3, I got lane 2, was working my way up, and there was 2 boats up ahead. One was Jim Martin, and I forget who was lane 3, but they left the perfect lane. And I think Donnie told me not to do it. He knew what I was doing. He said, there's not going to be a lane. Don't do it. Well, I went and did it. And the next thing you know, I get cut off and I come out the other side of the rooster tail and I'm still going. And I radioed Donnie. And I'm like, I made it, but I lost my wing. And then I don't know. I don't know if we won that heat or not, but god damn, that was one hell of a heat. But yeah, 350, 2.5, back in the fighting for lanes days, it was
crazy.
It was dog eat dog, man. It's like, if you don't do it, they're going to do it. You gotta be more aggressive than them if you want to come out on top.
Yeah.
I mean, especially those gun jumpers, man. You just got to watch out. They'll just hit you in the turn.
Just take you out.
They just take you out. They don't care if they jump the gun or not. But yeah, so what? All right, any new news going around? What's up? What are we doing?
Let's see. Well, we got San Diego this weekend. We got Lake Pacon. Lake Pacon's gonna be a good race, always is. A lot of them guys coming down for their last hurrah. San Diego, well, they got 5 unlimiteds out there.
5 unlimiteds GPs. And I think 6 GPs, something like that.
And some Y boats and some other stuff, but it'd be a good race. I mean, they got enough good boats in both classes that it's gonna be a good heats.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be good, with San Diego with having low boat count. Hopefully they just put more heats on there. You don't do your scheduled 4 heats. Put a couple more heats out there because it's a 3-day event, right?
Yeah.
Run GPs 3 times on Friday, 3 times on Saturday, 3 times on Sunday.
Whoa.
I mean, hell, hey. They're rebuilding those engines over the winter.
Yeah, I said that for Hondas, not for GPs. That's a mile and 2/3, remember? We can barely make the heat in those things.
All right, maybe a 1-lap heat.
There you go.
Three 1-lap heats on Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Just change the course every day. 1 mile, 1.25 miles, 1 2/3. Do different course every day.
Be interesting.
Need them robotic buoys.
Yeah, how did that work out there when they
I
did
didn't
it?
hear. The only thing I heard about that race was there was way too many buoys. I was like, you were not in Gunnersville. There were way too many buoys there.
The only thing I seen was the black flag just waving for hours.
Yep. Just still waving. That still haunts you to this day. Do you wake up in the middle of the night and you're like,
I literally have a image burnt in my head from it. It is ridiculous. And then what was it? I forget. It was a race right after that, HRL. They did the same thing. And I'm like, they're messing with me now.
Yeah.
They're just messing with me because they know I'm watching.
They do. It was definitely for you. But yeah, I think the only other new news is that Austin Hayes here is running for inboard commissioner, a chairman. God, I keep
inboard
getting backwards.
Chairman.
He's going to be inboard chairman.
And guess who his appointees are?
Chasin Tails.
And guess who his appointees are? Yep. Yours truly. Oh, and the best thing is he's gonna not require you to go to the national meeting. You can actually speed it up to 2025 these days, and you can do a video conference. So everyone can be in their nice little snuggie at home.
Although we're going to next year's. Well, probably
next year's?
NOLA.
That's this year.
That's where it's at this year?
I think is that this year?
This year.
This year?
Yes, sir.
I might.
All right, we're there. Appoint me. We're going.
That's a good
Bob,
one.
I ain't going down there with you again. I've been down there with you.
Yeah, that's not a good idea,
I
bro.
was like walking through a swamp, and then a cop
That's
picked
not a
me
good
up,
idea.
took me to nanny, kept me safe. Thanks.
Man, I was at a strip club on stilts, and I get a phone call. Man, I got in a fight with the taxi cab driver. And I looked at Patrick O'Connor. I was like, dude, we got to go. We call a taxi. And then we started talking to this taxi cab driver. And then we realized this is the same taxi cab driver Brandon had. Like, all this ain't going to be good.
That guy got right back to work, though. Eh?
That was good. Yeah, he did. He's like, I'm done with it.
It was good, though. It was good.
It was always a good time.
Yeah, Mom says Bob is not allowed to go to NOLA.
I walked in the motorhome and looked at my grandma and I was like, where's Brandon? She's like, well, I think he's sleeping. He was already getting sick. And I was like, oh man.
Somebody had to feed them crawfish.
Oh yeah, you fed them all right. All national meet down there probably be pretty good. Hopefully it's close to Bourbon Street.
Yeah.
It's gotta be, right?
It's probably like New Orleans and it's like 60 miles away from.
Yeah.
But yeah,
probably.
not the other news. I mean, eventually we'll have a whole podcast episode about our rule changes we're going to put out. And if anybody's got some like actual logical ones to send our way, we'll definitely talk about them. No fuel stuff. We ain't talking about fuel.
Or dry sums.
Yeah, or dry sums.
No dry sums.
See Rochelle's comment?
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys saw any videos. That thing was moving pretty good this weekend.
Yeah, I still think it's going to be great and a good boat. So we need to get somebody to run one.
Where's the video at? So I can
just like the Honda.
Can't remember where I saw the video. It was on Facebook. I just can't remember who posted it.
We did have some good stuff going with Trackside this weekend. They had started to try to do the live. It's not live timing and scoring, but it's pretty much right after the heat. You get to see the results, so that's going to be cool. Because I mean, well, it's really hard to find out the results for some of these races that aren't as publicized, and that's fine. They're backyard races. That's what they're there for, the boat racers, by the boat racers. But it's going to be cool if that system can allow us to see what's going on, because like we've always said, we'd love to talk about the West Coast, and we still haven't stepped up and got somebody on here consistently. Someday we will, but like I don't know what happened out there.
I mean, Maze Landing was weirdly like the perfect one to roll it out for. If it could have been a little more broadcasted, obviously it was the trial, and they did mention that. But we didn't want to try this at a 60 boat race. Try it at the backyard, a little bit smaller race where we can get better feedback. And, I mean, there was no live stream or anything, and people could have been sitting there looking at results. There was
some live stream.
2 live streams.
Did 2.5 since Skip says about it.
I just want to say, anyone watching, if you guys have any videos of racing that you want, can you like just post them on Chasin Tails? Just go on our page, link them, post them. You know, just so the people who are on our page can see it, because not everyone on our page is friends with everyone like we are. So just post videos to our page so you can get more views, and you know, and we'll share it and try to spread it. And it's just another way to try to get inboard racing out there and more exposure.
I will say this year there's been like a lot of teams stepped up posting stuff. There's been a lot more action from teams.
Yeah, and I think you guys
got the Browns doing well out west. Brandon Cushing, all those.
Yep, Brandon Cushing. The Browns are doing it.
That's somebody we need to have on the podcast. That dude's like the Don Cesar of boats out there. He's closing in on having a boat in every class.
I cannot keep up on what boats he has.
Yeah, and just puts random people in there. He said when he did this with the outboards, he probably put about 80 new people in the outboards.
That's
and then
crazy.
They would go on to either buy boats or whatnot, but that's just getting fresh faces in the sport. So
that's
I think
awesome.
It's really cool. We should probably reach out to him, have him on, talk about that. Might get some other people excited.
Was it UFO racing?
Yeah, WFO racing.
Yep. Yeah, they just bought the Fury boat too, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Randy Weber just commented they will have a live stream at Lake Paragon. Theirs was pretty good last year, so definitely once we get that link, we'll share it on Chasin Tails here. Make sure everybody gets to watch. So, Bob, do we want to go on any rants tonight, or we want to save that for another episode? I think we save it for another episode.
I don't, people have been pretty calm, pretty nice. I don't think I have any rants right now.
Yeah.
See how the rest of the season goes. I'm sure something will come up that'll
Something's
get you
going to
going.
come on up. But, hey, there's 33 people watching this. More going to watch it later. Vote for Austin Hayes for board chairman. Write him in. I don't even know how this stuff works. I don't even pay attention half the time, but write him in. We got his back. He may not have a voice, but we do. He's just the guy in the seat.
The inboard race commissioner don't get a vote anyway, so all they get is appointees, and that's what matters. So that's why he's running to appoint us.
First things first, we drop that thing down to like 8 people. We don't need no Procter & Gamble numbers on this board.
Since we're appointees, we're handpicking those 8 people. You get to stay, you go, you stay. You're cool.
Yeah. You take notes, you can stay, because none of us want to take notes.
Well, we know Austin needs the notes. He's got to remember.
Yeah.
He's got to remember.
Look, if you vote him in every Tuesday, you're going to know what's going on, because we're just going to be live for it. Why not? We'll change that by law, too.
Kyle says I need to take notes. I need a dictaphone. Because I can't remember crap.
How many times you heard Bob talk to himself? Imagine if he would just track all the shit he says.
Yeah, just have like
He'd be
ChatGPT
in
open
jail.
all day.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Yeah, there'd be cops showing up. They'd be like, "What'd you do at a Taco Bell?"
So no, really no rants. I'm pumped to get started talking about our rule proposals.
Yeah.
This just isn't for one team or one side what we want to do. I think it's better for the whole country. That's just one of them anyway, but we'll touch base on that on a different episode. And so we don't, what?
I had a guest submission. What you got?
Mm-hmm.
When you and John got stuck together.
Man, I don't even know why he was so worked up. This dude pops out of the capsule like a Oompa Loompa, like he's about to do some work. And I'm just sitting there on top of the cell, like my arms crossed, like, all right, we're stuck together.
What's he standing
We're not
on? 'Cause
going
ain't no way
anywhere.
he's standing on a belly pan. It must be like up on the seat.
Dude, I told you he hopped out of there like a Oompa Loompa. The dude was like floating. Like he was just like, he like sprung out of there. Like, the little Jack in the Box, little clown thing where you turn in it and the thing just jumps out. That was like him getting out of the cockpit. I'm like, what in the hell? I'm like looking at him. I'm just sitting there like,
You can't
what
even
the
be
hell?
mad because you're
And
laughing.
then out of nowhere, like, dun, 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 magic phone just appears in his hand and he started taking pictures of me. I'm like,
Was he Brad Keselowski?
be like, you don't need to take pictures. I think everyone sees it.
Yeah.
Everyone sees it. We're stuck together.
Oh, that was pretty epic, though. Not too many people get stuck together.
Man. And then this is the best. He's like, you ran into me. I looked at the back of my sponson, his skid fin sticking in the back of my sponson. And I'm like, last time I checked, I did not have reverse. What's that?
Jimmy Stewart throwing shade at me in this damn chat. He said,
In
watch
chat?
the skips going into turn 2 before the start, especially at like a pack on. That's where the action is. Yo, you trying to throw me under the bus?
Hey man, hey. It's
man.
It's just
It's
to
his
clear the
fault.
way for. It's just to clear the way for the future. So when that JS 35 goes like a pack on this weekend, and Parks and
It's a
Parks
secret,
and Lane,
bub. Ain't
and
nobody
Parks
gonna
and-
fight me for lane 1 this
Parks
weekend.
and Lane 1, Parks and Lane
You
1,
take
you don't
one
have
lane
that
1, 2, and
one
3,
that he
Brandon.
won because everyone's going to go back to the pits.
Yeah, they gonna be like, nah, we ain't doing this again. We seen this once or twice. Good Lord. This episode done taking a turn. I'm ready to be done.
Just a little bit.
All right. Let's do some predictions.
Okay, and then don't forget Austin's got to hit us with the outro. He's prepared today. Get your notes
Clear.
out, bub.
Lake a pack on. We're not even doing 1 liter stocks. If we do 1 liter stocks, I'm picking the T.
Yep.
I
don't
go
know.
two
Been
and a half.
running good.
Go ahead, guys.
I agree
we're
with you,
just
too. Boats
yeah,
are
I
running good
agree.
this year.
We got to be able to pick the same boats at this one.
That's fine. You can because all right. Let's say 1 liter mods.
Will they have mods? I think Mellowick's gone. I don't know
Mellowick.
if anybody else.
I don't know. I would
Yeah,
assume
Mullock,
Wilson's
Sean won't
going.
be.
Wilson.
He's going out west.
Sean's going out west. Hey, Mr. Running for Inboard Racing Commissioner, let's go to unlimited race rather than an inboard race. Smart move.
He ain't gonna win against Austin. Tell you what.
Man.
Austin got this thing in a bag.
Shots fired. So, all right. So I'm
We
picking
gonna have buttons made up
I'm
by
picking
tomorrow.
Malowick. 1 liter mod, I'm picking Malowick.
Yeah, I have to agree
Solid
with
choice.
who's gonna be there.
2.5 stock. Can we vote for ourselves? No, let's just not.
Yeah, we're gonna have to.
I'm voting
Throttle,
for
throttle springs on backwards.
I'm telling you, I'm not gonna lift.
the funny thing is
The
that
dude's gonna
wing,
go as fast as I can, or I'm
wing-
coming back upside down.
the wing pedal's welded.
Yep, we've had a hand in it all week.
All right. So we all agree that's 35. 350.
350's guy.
Who's all going in 350? The
got
Game On's
Rashawn.
trying to make it.
Game On's trying to make it. Joe Les trying to make it. What's his name? McKenna's going.
I want to pick Eric McKenna so bad, but like I just can't, dude. I feel bad. We jinxed him now this year, so I'm not.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that thought.
How did we jinx him?
We picked
him to win the
I
championship.
think we all picked him to win the championship, like all four of us.
Yeah, and then he had a lot of bad luck.
Shit, maybe
Like
Chase
we
Tails
did
is
in Cambridge,
real.
just no luck. I was like, God damn it, this is not looking good.
I told you, Zelle, Venmo, PayPal, whoever
take
you want
care
to,
of 'em.
whoever you used to pick to lose, to not win it, we'll pick them. Just send us money. All right, I'm picking Roshan for Lake Pecon.
Yeah,
Is the 306 going? Anybody seen if they're going?
I don't think so.
they went
no.
last year.
They
I
did
think,
go
or
last
a
Wait,
year.
couple
they are
years ago.
going.
Yeah, I'm picking Tommy. I'm picking Tommy for sure.
I'm picking Tommy.
I'll jinx him, but I think McKenna. I seen that thing test tonight. This gonna be fast.
See,
Okay,
I think Tommy's prone to our jinx because we've picked him before this year and he's done very
Yeah,
well.
he's been
I
fine.
don't know. He's got something that prevents it.
He drives another boat, so maybe we've been jinxing the two.
Yeah,
right,
maybe
all
that's
right,
what
all
it is.
All right, I don't mean
Austin
to go
gonna
back
pick or no?
I don't mean to go back and pick someone different, but I am picking Tommy. Mark my words, it's going to be fighting for lanes if they allow it.
No,
which
they probably
no.
won't. It'll probably be assigned lanes.
If it's not assigned lanes, mark my words, he'll have a rolling start on the outside, and on that tight course,
Yeah,
he'll win from the outside.
it's a good pick there. What about Austin? Inboard chairman.
Good. Geronimo. Let's do
Let's
it.
go.
He's crazy
He gonna
bastard.
be
He
just
might do it.
rolling. Now y'all better have a camera on that thing coming in the first turn. It's gonna be like aired
hell
out.
yeah. You're gonna be able to see a foot underneath that boat.
Whoever's
You're gonna
behind
you'll be
him,
able to
you'll
see
see 'em.
buoys on the other side.
As long as
Oh,
he keeps
yeah.
it above the water this time. Don't.
Pierce just commented he's got
No more
Bert's coming
holes.
too in the 8, I believe. So
Nice.
Okay, cool.
There's another
Damn, it's gonna
fast
be
one.
some good racing there.
That's
I
going to be
think out real fast at the end of the year once
that's
Bert
going to be a
got
sweet
Yeah.
class
some
there.
time in it.
that's gonna be exciting for sure.
All right, Jersey Speed Skiffs.
Man,
Tough one.
I'll tell you who showed some speed this weekend. Taylor Barr. I
Yeah.
think he's gonna shock him. He had
Yeah?
some speed. Yeah,
Yeah,
he had
he's
speed.
going.
Jimmy Stewart put the move on and went from like lane 3 to lane 1.5 a lane. I ain't never seen anything like that, but man, it's got more nads than I do. But yeah, I think Taylor's
Damn
got a
straight.
good boat for Lake Pacon.
All right, I'm picking Taylor Barr then.
I want to say Taylor too, but is the 45 is gonna be there, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I'm picking the 45.
Jimmy will sneak up lane 1.
Yep.
Oh.
There you go. That's good.
Gonna be tough. It's gonna
Bill
be
Pierce
tough.
said no assigned lanes, no backdoor moves. That's a good way to get people to stay home. This is not a good show. Oh, but what do we know?
National mods? No, there won't be any
I don't
national
think
mods
so.
there.
Pro Hydros, they going?
I don't think so. Because I mean, the one year it was just because John had that G&H, him and Doug, I believe.
Yeah, I
and they
think that's
ran
it.
that.
I don't know enough about the flat bottoms, but I'm gonna say John Brenton.
I don't know.
I
Yeah, I don't know who else is gonna be there in that.
I say,
Yeah, if they're there, that's a good choice.
yep. I say
Klaus.
Fitzgerald.
When's Paul's going overseas too? isn't he?
SEs are going to be there. I say Ryan
Soon,
Timmerman with SEs.
There you go.
Yeah, I agree with that. He's done well this year.
Yeah. Yeah, he keeps getting better and better.
Oh, we got to send a couple shout outs. We kind of forgot. Maze Landing, you had 2 first-time winners there. You had Dave Savage win. He's been running skiffs forever.
Oh, wow.
And
Awesome.
he got a heat win, and so did Brendan Langford. So that's pretty
No
awesome.
way.
Yep.
It was rigged.
It
was
definitely
rigged.
It was
No
in his
way,
one
Brennan.
heat. It was the non-Stewart heat, or the non-Stewart family heat on the second day. The first day they were all together in one heat. Lyle had to go up, and she's like, "I didn't do this."
Jimmy must have fixed the motor because Brendan was doing a lot of whining all Saturday. Even Abigail told him to stop whining, which, woo, that's something.
Whoa. The whiner told someone to stop whining?
They might be doing an engine change this weekend. Might get that 721 engine. Alice don't need it no more.
All right. So we got Lake Patcon wrapped up. Let's do our picks for Unlimited and GP out in San Diego. Austin, GP.
We'll give Grendel a final send out in the 79.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I agree.
Damn, I'm
Stories
not.
there.
No, Austin, Egret.
It's gonna be a good battle between
Austin.
those. I mean, that course, that boat's built for that course.
Yeah, I mean, 79 is the king of San Diego. They're the fastest boat on that course.
For sure.
I think 17's got
attrition.
the best chance at challenging for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, the 79 had tons of, like, it's something when they get on that bigger course, how fast it is.
Yep. And I know Seattle was a little rougher, had a little bit more wind. He couldn't keep it on the water. San Diego's usually smoother. So, yeah, it's going to be action-packed, though, for the whole weekend.
Yeah. Unlimited. Let's see. Who do we got? We got the U11.
Corey, Amy, Dave,
and Andrew.
Andrew.
And what about O'Farrell?
Nope.
Jim.
No O'Farrell?
Yeah, none of those.
Hey, Michael would be the 5th one.
Spirit of America is not going to be in San Diego?
Does California count as America?
No.
That must be why they're staying home.
No, I think we kind of etched that off of the map, and that's part of Mexico now. No, we don't claim California.
That's San Diego's a tricky course for fighting for lanes with all the different places you can cut through, all that stuff. I think J. Michael's built to take it this weekend.
You think so? But
yes.
But if you look back, J. Mike's boat just does not have the speed.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't disagree.
It's
and they got new crew chiefs now, right? That's a turn of the page for that team.
Yeah, crew chief for all boats, right? Jim Scheckler. I called him from day one. From day one. I knew Jim was going to somehow find his seat in the crew chief role.
Yeah.
You know, he's learned Unlimiteds, but he's just got a pretty solid grasp on planning and things to look for. So I think he's going to do good as a crew chief of the team.
Are we going to get to a pick or what? What is going on?
Bruce Ratchford, is Vilwalk still running the old boat?
Yes, they didn't get that one fixed.
I'm picking Dave. I think how many times Dave's raced on that course, salt's always causing issues, especially when those guys get up there messing with each other for the start. And Dave likes to just hang out and let them guys mess themselves up. Which is a hell of a strategy in Unlimited, if we're being honest.
Dude, can I just say Rashford Racing?
No. Make a pick.
Man, what are you trying to take a 50-50 shot?
50-50 shot. No,
come on, you got the
48.
So what, you want the odds-on favorite and some help?
That's actually like what, 40%?
All right. I am saying Andrew's going to put it together in San Diego, not have any mess ups where he gets a penalty. Earbuds are staying in, and Andrew's going to win it.
There you go.
Austin, did you even pick?
You were like taking a long pause. You were mumbling. You were out of the country for a second.
He's probably thinking his inauguration speech when he becomes the inboard racing commissioner.
Nah, dog, I got my outro pulled up.
He's got his outro. He's been reading it. Like, I'm going to nail this thing.
I don't do well speaking.
That's okay. That's why you're just the meat in the seat, and we will do the speaking
just
for
the
you.
face. That's why I got the haircut today. I knew I was going to be the face.
Yes, we're going to put you on a button tomorrow.
Ron
Vote for
Thompson
me.
picks Dave Villwalk to win.
There you go, chat. Get it going in this chat. We need who's going to win what class. Let's go.
And he also
More
picked the
people
135 to win San Diego.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right,
Say,
Austin. Unlimited pick. Let's go.
Jamie Nielsen. He'll hit a start and lead them through.
Man,
Let's
that'd be
go.
awesome to see. Especially after
yeah,
the
look.
debacle at the Gold Cup. That would be awesome.
Look,
Mm-hmm.
I brought this up after Guntersville. Everyone wanted to talk about Dave's accident with Corey, nearly just missing Corey. But those right before that accident, the U11 had some speed.
Ton of speed.
They were fast. If they have that speed in San Diego, if they can find where that speed came from, because it didn't carry over. But if they can find that speed they had at the first race and put it together at the last race, it's going to be awesome.
100%.
So,
All
right,
Kyle.
folks.
Shall
There's our
see.
picks.
Kyle picked?
Kyle
Yeah.
picked.
Did I miss it?
Yeah, I picked Dave.
You picked it.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
He's
That
gonna
was
stay
so
out
long
of
ago,
trouble.
I don't
Let
know.
those guys mess each other up.
There you go. Yeah. Well, I think that about wraps it up. We're going to be here on Tuesday. We got to get a guest on here. We'll figure it out.
Are we getting a guest on, or are we just going to do race recap and then we can talk about rule proposals?
Yeah, we can do that. Sounds like a fun episode.
I mean, we got to start rolling into something.
Yeah.
Let's get them fired up with our
I mean,
inboard chairman here.
I won't have to drink any energy drinks if we're talking about.
What the hell is that? Tomato juice, bro?
Man, it's V8
Peach mango?
peach mango.
Nice.
Some energy drink. I don't know.
What'd you get that at Whole Foods?
It's supposed to be healthy for you. I was drinking those Alanis, man, and I had 2 of those before, and I was sitting there starting to shake.
Shit.
And then I started reading the can, and it was like 200 milligrams of caffeine, and I had 2 of them. I'm like, man, this ain't good. This ain't good. Where's the heart defibrillator? It's about to come out my chest. Man.
All right, folks. Here comes your inboard chairman nominee with the outro.
That's a wrap on this week's Chasin Tails podcast. Thanks for riding along and keeping Hydroplane racing alive and loud. Make sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube for race updates, interviews, and behind-the-scenes action. Drop us a comment, share with a friend, and let us know who you think will be on top next weekend. Until then, keep chasing speed, chasing stories, and keep chasing tails.
Heck yeah.
100%
Nothing better,
self-written. No doubt.
nothing better than chasing tails.